We are now moving towards the final section of our training in Excel 2016, wherein we're going to learn about various charts that are available with Excel. In this particular video, what we're going to look at is the Excel sparklines. We learn about them, and they can be basically used to represent tabular data in a graphical format. If you look at the example over here that we're going to use, using this data, we're going to prepare a chart. So we can see that there are various salesmen available, such as Aarti, Amy, Bond, Brand, Bruce, Charles, and Christopher. And also we have their sales performance quarterly wise, quarter number 1, quarter number 2, 3, and 4. Whatever sales they have done in each quarter is what we have already got. Now let's see how an individual salesman has performed in each year. So in order to do that, one approach can be mathematically calculating their subtotals. For example, if you were to do it mathematically, we can add them up and we find that around 220 units is what they have sold, or what Aarti has sold. Amy has sold 310. So we can calculate for each of the salesmen and then try and analyze as to who has sold in total, and then also analyze their individual quarterly performances. But rather than doing it mathematically, such kind of data can be analyzed very effectively if we have a graphical representation of the same. Okay, so what we can do, number one, is create a line chart. In order to create a line chart, what you need to do is select the range of data wherein you want to create a line chart. So you need to select the data, select the range, go to the Insert tab, and under Insert tab here you have the option of inserting a line chart or an area chart. So let's include a simple 2D line chart, and here you will be able to see that our traditional line chart is available, which is giving us the information about our salesmen, and we also have their information or the quarterly performance. For example, if you have a look, this blue line represents quarter 1, red represents quarter 2, green represents quarter 3, and purple represents quarter 4. But if we were to analyze this line chart, it will take us a lot of time. Not only that, the data is looking extremely confusing as of now. It's very difficult to judge as to who has performed better in which quarter, right? So we are not able to arrive at any suitable conclusion if we were to consider only this. So let's try out sparklines if that helps. So we'll just delete this graph as of now, and let's now move on to the sparklines. In order to include sparklines, you need to select the numbers on which you want to make a sparkline, and under the Insert tab we have the option of sparklines. Under sparklines, select the line one, and as soon as you select line, what opens up is the data range is selected, that is fine, but it asks for a local range. So this local range is where you want to place the graph or the chart, right? So let's say I want it to be placed in G5. So basically this cell will include a chart which will show Aarti's performance, and we click on OK. So this is a cell within which it got represented. If you want to expand it or you want to copy paste it for all the salesmen, right? You want to compare it. So you'll need the sparkline for all of them. So you can just drag your fill handle to all the salesmen and you will see that the sparkline is now available for all the salesmen. Fine. You can see this is how the performance of Aarti is going. Like it started here, it went down, it again went up, and again came down. For Amy, it has been going upwards and now it is almost stagnant. For Bond, it decreased, it went up, and now it is again decreasing. For Christopher, it is on a decreasing scale, right? So this is how you can now easily find out the performance. These 4 points you see is quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. Right? So it is very easy now to interpret this data if we have it represented in the form of a sparkline. You can also adjust the width of the row of these graphs. So if you increase the row width, the sparkline will also increase. So what you can do is we can select this, and if you want to give the same width to all of them, you can just drag it the way you want to drag it, and you can make the column a bit larger as well. You can increase the width so that it is clearly visible to you. Fine. So now the sparkline is more clear, right? Okay. So this was how you can adjust your width or the size of the sparkline. Now let's see what is a column sparkline. You again need to go to insert, and if you click on the column sparkline, you will find that this is how a column sparkline looks like. Or you can select the last sparkline over here. You can go to sparklines and you can make changes over here as well. Okay, so there's one option over here also. You can edit the group location and data, and here if this is where the location you want to make it into a column one, so you can just click OK, and if you click on column now, all of them are now converted into a column sparkline. So this is our column sparkline, which is giving us bars instead of the line. We also have the win-loss chart, but this is not quite helpful over here, so we'll make it column only. Let's select all of them and let's just edit this range. I don't want to start it from G6 but G5, right? So that all the operations, I'm sorry, G5. Okay. So you can convert it into a win-loss as well. Now there are various other options that you can choose within the columnar chart as well. You can choose the color you want over here. So whichever color you feel will suit your graph, you can change it according to that. Okay, so we'll keep a single color as of now. This looks very light. This is fine. So if you check this is basically the columnar chart. Now if you were to make it a line chart, under line chart we have one more option which basically gives us the high and low point. So if you select the high and low point, you'll see that there are dots which are available. This is the highest quarterly performance and one of them is the lowest. If you want to distinguish it better, you can choose these various color options that are available, and you will be able to see the high-low points. So this is one addition to the sparkline that you can do if you want to improve it more. Let's again come back to the columnar chart only. Now, if you observe this chart over here and you compare the employees, for example, if you look at Charles and Christopher, compared to Charles, if you compare Charles and Christopher, the performance of Charles is the highest is this, and for Christopher the highest is this, which is around 200. So if we were to compare, it is not the correct comparison, right? We here are not comparing the maximum and minimum of respective areas. We want it to be the same for all the employees or all the salesmen, right? So what you can do is you need to select this, go to the design tab. Under the design tab you need to click on axis, and over here we need to make it same for all the employees. Okay, same for all the sparklines. Similarly, the maximum value should also be same for all sparklines. Now if you compare this data over here, you can easily compare that. If we were to compare Charles and Christopher, obviously Christopher has performed better than Charles in quarter number 2, and the second highest or the second best quarterly performance was again by Christopher, 174. It was 102, and then Charles performed better. Okay, so you can individually now easily compare the performance because now it is at the same level. So this is how you can explore the use of Excel sparklines in your data.